Today we're going to be talking about why this 13-year-old game is still my favorite game in 2020. Why we're going to jump into the gameplay and why it's still one of the best, why the art style still competes with AAA games, the development of the game, and why you should try it. It's like a well-aged wine or a nice cold pizza for my younger viewers. But let's get right into it. First, we're starting with the development of this game. This game released in September 25th, 2007, putting this game to be 13 years old. If you're a true fan, you may have already guessed what game it is by the date or by the background music. And the game I'm talking about is Halo 3. This is a staple game in the late 2000s with a great fan-based art style, in-depth lore, crazy addicting multiplayer. I know all of you guys would come after school, play the game, and if you haven't played the game, I'm going to tell you exactly why this game is the one to try. Over Fortnite, whatever. If you play Fortnite, that's fine, but give this game a try. Get a hold of the Halo Master Chief Collection on PC, Xbox, and try it out. I'm honestly really happy that it's on PC. Ever since I got my PC, I've been doing nothing but gaming on my PC. But when going through the development of the game, I forgot about the videos that were put out by Bungie, the interviews of the team, and the teasers made for the game before release, and it just grew an enormous fire in my belly for the game. It was just, I was just religiously on the interwebs looking at how they made the game, news, and more information of how the development is going and is done or how it was done. But it's just, it was just crazy how awesome and just fun to see how much detail and intricacy they put into the game. The art style, I love the art style. It has such good customization, but it's just simple but yet unique and cool. I used to spend hours trying to make my character look perfect just to show my identity. When I remember being 11, I need to use this helmet with these shoulder pads, with this chest and these colors and all that stuff. It was just simple, but yet there was just a lot of customization that you never felt like you had the perfect setup. It had good variety of armors, but yet you didn't get lost trying to change every little thing, but it was just enough that you could get lost in trying to make your Spartan look the coolest. You would try to make your identity. This is who I am. I'm using the EOD helmet or the Spartan helmet. It was just crazy fun. Compared to Reach, Reach had really good armor customization. It still was really cool and realistic, but it was just darker and grungier. And I don't know, Halo 3, it's just still gave that illusion of futuristic illusion, but without being too much detail to where, the enemies would get lost in the map when you're playing multiplayer or I don't know, it was just too much for me, honestly. But Halo 3, it was just bright colors, easier to see your enemy models, more than Reach, where things were I just felt lost sometimes. I would get shot from behind and they would be above me or below me, and I would never be able to see them because they just blended in too much. And also, I really liked the detail in Master Chief's armor, both in the multiplayer, but especially in the story, because it just showed that he has gone through many wars and battles for his life, and you just see that he's beat up and he's seen some better days. When looking at the music, honestly, this is probably the biggest staple in the game. This is the thing that makes the game what it is. It's just, it is what it is, It's just
hear or see is
really good. I just remember listening to it and I never really sat down and just listened to it on the headphones, but I remember hearing Halo 2's guitar solo and making me think of how much I wanted to learn it on the guitar. And I did try, but it was just way too hard. Mark O'Donnell, the director and composer of Halo 3 sound and music, was so good at his job, and I never understood how he could make me feel these strong emotions when looking at the cutscenes or even playing through the campaign. When watching my character go through it and stuff is just really immersive. Listening to how they made the game and how they made the sounds, it just made me really appreciate the level of detail and how much effort was put into the music and even the multiplayer sounds, where the sounds for the Warthog, the Mongoose, which was brand new in Halo 3, the weapons, hearing them up close and then from far away in Valhalla. It was just really cool. It just makes you appreciate the game that much more.
Detail is trying to make the sound realistic for the distance of where you're hearing the sound from. When you hear it from across the map, it's going to have much more of kind of a distant, muted crack to it than a big, beefy gunfire being fired next to me. It really sounds realistic. Sounds like the newsreels.
I also remember watching YouTube videos like when I was growing up and just getting more pumped about playing the game and wanting to be an artist or a game developer or being a part of a game developing team. And disclaimer, I didn't end up being an artist or a software engineer. I am an engineer, but I'm a degreed mechanical engineer working as a manufacturing engineer, so I guess I kind of got something close, but nowhere near what I really wanted to be when I was like 10, 11, 12. Well, 2013 I would have been 12 years old. So when I was 12, I just really wanted to be a part of Bungie, and it was just super cool, the content they would put out, especially with music and, like I said, the art style. Now this is my favorite part, and it's the actual gameplay. I'm playing some clips of me playing in the background just so you guys can get an idea, but I used to play this game for hours, and I mean hours, growing up. I love the old models, the old play style, the team aspect of the game. Teamwork is harder to achieve with no mics because of MCC or Halo Master Chief Collection, because not a lot of people are using it, but you still manage to do it. People are still into capturing the flag, jumping in vehicles, honking the Warthogs so you can jump on the gunner. It's just really cool that it's just still simple enough for people to really capitalize on all aspects of the game. It's just simple gameplay. The shooting is simple but dynamic at the same time. You have to lead shots. Some weapons you don't. Some weapons they lock on. It's just really great. There's no sprinting, so you don't get caught around a corner sprinting and stuff like that. There's no jetpacks. There's no ground pounds like Halo Reach. It's just shooting. Whoever has the better aim has the better equipment and map awareness, and those are your best friends. When you can master all that stuff and know when things are respawning or power weapons are up, that's definitely going to be your best friend, and that's going to put you up above your enemies and give you that competitive edge. Also, with the gameplay, there's a really strong fan base. So when jumping on Halo Master Chief Collection, because I only play it on PC, and with all the recent remasterings, I see no issues finding a game in multiplayer. Even when it was just Halo Reach, which had a huge fan base as well. A lot of people started on Halo Reach, but I wasn't the biggest fan of the story, but it was still super fun. When that was just a game, I still would find games, and when playing Halo MCC, you can filter what games you can play or search for, and in the beginning it wasn't much variety, but now with all 4 games and with ODST, Halo ODST coming soon and in flight in the moment, so it's being flight tested right now, it's it's pretty fun just having them all ticked off and jumping into some Halo 3, some Halo CE, Halo 1, or Halo 2, some Reach. It's really fun. But with ODST in flight, I've noticed that there's some leaks of ODST weapons being used as multiplayer, and just using the ODST weapons as chief is a great combination. The pistol just feels right. Now that there are more games, you can find multiplayer games you can find multiplayer games of the earlier games, but having all of them selected, you mainly play Halo 3. So a lot of people have the other ones filtered out, and only Halo 3 is what they're trying to play. And I think this is because the majority of the fan base's favorite game is Halo 3, and that's all they want to play. And I think this is because it feels so complex but simple. I play Reach, which has all the same vehicles, but the Spartan abilities just really take me out of the game. It's just too much to think about. Do I have my sprint ability? Am I using a jetpack? I know you can see it in the bottom left corner or whatever, but it just still really, it's just too much. There are the abilities in Halo 3, but they're just items that you can pick up and throw at your enemies in a strategic way and really give you that competitive edge. And just the gameplay in general is really killer. I really suggest anybody playing it get a hold of Halo MCC, because Halo 3 is out and you should really try it. In conclusion, I could go on hours for this game and just go on and on for hours, but Halo 3 is the best game to play when trying to jump into the franchise. It's super immersive while playing multiplayer, campaign, and even more just custom games. You get your hands on the Halo Master Chief Collection and try playing all the games, the campaign, and see why I loved putting hours into this game when I was younger. It was awesome. You won't regret it, I promise. I want to thank you guys for watching, and if you guys liked this video and felt like it deserved a thumbs up, be sure to hit a thumbs up. It really helps the channel out. It's free. It really pushes out this content out. I know it wasn't the best video. I'm getting used to it. I'm getting better at it. I'm getting better at talking on camera, doing voiceovers and stuff, but hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell to be notified whenever I go live on YouTube, or whenever a new video whenever a new video goes live that I post. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Senzu out. Peace.